Hello, this is TT,
This is Qwim.
and we're back with Deliver Us from Evil Part 9. So, we're dreaming. We just got a confession from Michael, and he kissed
We
us.
confessed too.
We did. There was a lot of confessing going on. So, now we're going to find out about this dream that we're having. Should be interesting. Hopefully we come to some deep soul-searching things. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
There is darkness all around me, like a cloudless, star-deprived night. It feels exactly like when the butterfly had entrapped me yesterday. Feeling frustrated, I walk forward, hoping to find a path to escape this place. Then I see a butterfly. It flutters in front of me, beckoning.
Ah, jeez.
I reach out to touch its crimson wings, but it flits out of my reach and flies off. I need to chase after it.
Yeah, you do.
A sense of anger and urgency fills my heart as I run after it. I need some answers.
Uh-oh.
Eventually, the shadows fade away into a beautiful garden.
I don't think we drove the butterfly away. I think it's stuck inside us.
I heave a sigh of relief, glad to be back somewhere recognizable. But the relief doesn't last long as the butterfly drifts towards the heart of the garden. The foreboding in my heart grows. I keep running until I finally catch up to it. When my fingertips touch its wings, it disappears. The sight that greets me afterward freezes me in place.
It's gonna be Ace.
No way.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
Ooh. A huge mangled cocoon shudders before me, pulsing with energy. I feel sick just looking at it.
Is that supposed to be a succubus?
I don't know. What is this? Am I having a nightmare? Whatever it is, it's dangerous.
Yeah, it is. It's Ace. What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
Ace approaches me, his grin never leaving his face.
Oh my gosh.
Ace, what's going on? What is that thing behind you?
Oh, this? It's not as scary as it looks. In fact, it's something you can help me with. Oh no.
Nothing about this looks nice. It makes my skin crawl. I can't help you with anything. If I don't know what's happening, Ace, you will have to tell me, please.
He's an incubus. This, my life's work. My magnum opus. This bad boy can fit so many butterflies inside. OMG.
Butterflies? You can see them? My suspicions start rising as I think back to the bar and how butterflies seem to hover around Ace, how Michael could not make out his aura. Before my horrified eyes, the butterflies which have been hovering around the cocoon start pulsing in tune with it and sinking into its dark flesh. Nasty.
These ingenious little things help build the cocoon. Each one is made up of base desire, a forbidden wish, since they are my specialty. Each wish makes the cocoon stronger. Won't you be so obliging as to give me one too?
I don't understand. Why are you doing this? What do you get from this?
Because heaven has been screwing with us for too long. All their rules, their stuck-up view of the world, it's holding everyone back. It's holding you back, kitty. Once the thing goes off, you'll be free to do whatever you want. Just make a wish, and you'll have your dream life here on Earth.
My time on Earth has been some of the happiest moments of my life. The cafes and bars, going shopping, just learning about humans and trying new things. But none of it would have mattered if Michael wasn't there to share the experience with me. I think you're misunderstanding something, Ace.
Misunderstanding? How so?
I don't need to make any wishes. I'm happy already. If I'm not living on Earth, I know that I'll be happy.
Take that. Oh, really? And how do you know that for sure, princess?
A certain figure pops into my mind, and I picture his warm smile that he shows only to me. Warmth fills my chest, and I can't stop a smile from tugging at my lips. I just know. I have faith.
Oh, jeez.
For a second, Ace's eyes widen slightly, then his lips curl into a sly grin.
Faith, huh? You wound me.
His words give me an unsettling feeling. He doesn't sound too wounded to me. Just as the words leave his mouth, Ace is engulfed in a storm of red wings.
Say hi to lover boy for me.
I recoil in shock just as the dream starts to fade away.
I knew it, Ace. I knew it.
By the time I open my eyes, everything is dark and Ace is gone.
Getting out of bed. Nice.
It sounds like a waterfall. I sit up on my bed, breathing raggedly. It takes a while before I calm down, but no matter how much time passes, the dread never leaves my heart. There's no mistaking it. It's Ace we're after. Memories of time spent with Ace flash through my mind.
Man, I'm glad we didn't pick him.
Oh, yeah. In the time we spent together, he seemed so kind and open to my angelic nature. But clearly he had ulterior motives. Regardless, there's no excuse for what he is doing. I still feel like I'm missing something important. I replay the dream in my mind again. The first thing I see is Ace greeting me before the vile cocoon he was making. I hear him dramatically explain how the evil thing worked, but the scene is not complete. Behind him I see the garden. It's the same one where I first met him. I need to go there now.
Take Michael. Tell him to put on his armor.
My heart beating with urgency, I run to Michael's apartment and swing open the door.
Good girl.
Michael, we have to... The man in question is sitting on his bed reading a book, and he is, of course, taken back by my sudden entrance.
Is everything okay? What is the matter?
I'm glad Michael immediately picks up on my urgency and isn't annoyed that I rudely barged in. I can feel my heart rate escalate and my breathing become ragged once more.
Oh, calm down.
I've tried my best to soothe myself, but I'm so shaken up by the nightmare with Ace. Michael rests his book on the side of the bedside table, standing and crossing the room in an instant. His large hands come to rest on my shoulders, drawing me closer to him to embrace me.
Oh, yes.
His touch and presence, it instantly helps calm me down. I knew Michael would help comfort me.
Tell me, please, when you can.
I take another deep breath and embrace the comfort of Michael's touch as he continues to hold me. I had a nightmare involving Ace.
Oh.
But in it, he revealed to me a cocoon and a massing of the wishes, and it was at the garden where I first met him. I think we need to go there. I think it's more than just a dream.
You believe the cocoon resides in that garden and was created by Ace?
I do. And it was awful. He wanted me to go over to his side. He was trying to tempt me. As I say that, I choke up at my words. I hope Michael knows that my loyalty to heaven to him is unwavering. It was just a dream, but I cannot promise our reality will not be just as dangerous.
If you believe this dream was something more, we should face it at once, whether it is just a clue or something more.
Yes, we should. I know Michael and I can do this. Whatever faces us when we arrive at the garden, we are prepared for this. However, another thought chills me. That means Ace is the incubus? I don't need Michael's confirmation, but I wonder if he is apprehensive like I am.
Indeed. A demon.
A demon we have to face.
Your nightmare has allowed us to know what we are heading into. We are prepared.
We've got this. Mike takes a hold of my hand and gives it a squeeze. He seems calm, collected, and determined, but filled with reassurance and love.
We have.
Are you ready?
Of course.
Always, Kitty. Let's go.
With Michael's hand in my own, we dashed to the garden as fast as humanly possible.
He didn't even put on his armor. I
Well,
don't think
think
that's
about
a good
this.
idea.
I think she said something's missing. So I wonder if,
Him being unarmed is what they're missing? Probably.
well, the entrance to the garden seems normal, but as we venture deeper, I can feel a palpable, unsettling air. So, but she said it's not complete, so I wonder if what's his bucket, the other garden, Keldrin's in it, maybe?
Maybe.
It feels the exact same as what I felt in the dream.
This sensation is very unpleasant.
You could say that again.
This sensation.
Our voices are no longer than a whisper. My hand tightens around Michael's. I feel his larger hand squeeze mine back.
Oh yes, squeeze
I
me.
will protect you.
Don't worry, Kitty. I will protect you.
I smile back, reassured. I know he'll keep me safe if things go wrong.
Uh-oh! Oh, there it
The
is!
unsettling feeling grows stronger the closer we get to the source. It doesn't take us long to find the cocoon. Ugh. Just like in the dream, it's as ominous as I remember it. It's unnaturally large and has an unsettling aura and makes my hair stand on end.
Is this the cocoon you were talking about?
I nod in response. This is just going to be a reenactment of my dream. I continue walking until I see a butterfly approach me. Feeling somewhat dazed, I lift my head with my index finger out. The butterfly perches on my finger, its wings still slowly moving up and down.
Do you like it?
This voice.
Azazel. Who the fetch is Azazel?
Michael's voice is calm but deeper than usual.
I wish I'd have known that.
Azazel? Wait. Isn't
That's his brother.
name?
Took you long enough.
Took you long enough to figure out, little Michael?
Cyrus, even.
Oh, they're talking. They paid the actors again.
Michael looks grim. I've never heard of Azazel, but from the sounds of it, he must be fallen. I glance at the man across from us, still finding it hard to not see him as Ace. Why are you doing this? I'm sure you know the repercussions of your actions. Ace chuckles, his voice laced with a mocking undertone.
Me? I was aware from the beginning, princess. Now let me ask you a question. Since when do you care?
What do you mean? There wasn't a time we didn't care.
Please, don't make me laugh. You angels don't care as much for humanity as you do saving your own pride. Pretty ironic, really.
That's not true. I don't know every human individually, but that doesn't mean I don't care for their well-being. Feeling a bit uncomfortable, I try to switch the topic.
I'd say stop. Because, I mean, obviously it's worth it, otherwise he wouldn't be doing it. So I'd say stop this at once.
Yeah. Please stop this at once. Do you really not care?
Do I not care? No, in fact, I do care. But heaven needs to be taught a lesson.
Ace.
You don't know what really happens up there. How much I suffered for just wanting to share knowledge.
His expression is uncharacteristically serious as he continues.
Tell me, princess, would you do anything to fulfill your own goals? Make things right?
I would definitely try my best, but I wouldn't go to these lengths. I don't want anything bad to happen to those around me.
Oh, is that so? How cute.
I don't like that tone he's using.
Let me rephrase my question. Just how far would you go?
As he says this, he snaps his fingers and a swarm of butterflies materialize. Goodbye. Okay, never mind.
To protect that little boyfriend of yours.
Without hesitation, the butterflies attack. Michael swings his sword, destroying the closest ones.
Oh, good. He did bring a sword.
The others disappear. Ace's threat was made clear. You're going too far.
I was simply proving my point. Angels who watch the heavens don't really care, and for all I know, they never will.
You...
And that, princess, is how far I'm willing to go for my own goals.
You're willing to take innocent lives for the sake of your freedom. Those words make me angry, but also sad. Angry that Ace, no, Azazel, is even willing to take human lives for his goals, but sad that he feels this is his only option. I spare him a brief glance to convey my complicated emotions before turning back to Michael. Michael, you're okay. You're not hurt anywhere, are you?
I'm fine.
I'm-
Don't worry.
Aha, good.
Recovering from the shock, Michael slowly gets up.
More importantly, we must deal with Azazel and that cocoon. If the demon does as he pleases, Lord knows how many humans will lose their lives.
It could be an entire Earth with how determined he is to attain his freedom.
I will distract Azazel. You will have to go and purify the cocoon.
Purify the cocoon? I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do that?
Oh, you're an angel, I don't know.
I mean, she's got a couple hundred years on us. Maybe it's fine just to say, leave it to me.
Well, yeah, but it's... I don't know, because... I don't know, he says he'll distract him, but he's going to notice us going around them.
Yeah, but he's got to fight Michael. I say leave it to me.
Okay. I'm a bit worried for Michael, but... this is why we came to Earth in the first place.
Just don't die, Michael.
Taking a deep breath, I face Michael and nod. Alright. Michael's expression softens at my resolve.
Take my sword and go. I will distract Azazel.
Yeah, hey, I'm waving my arms. I'm a distraction. Take my sword, run.
Will do. Just then, we hear Azazel's voice.
Are you two done talking? Because if you are, I would like to get this little show on the road. So either scram or enjoy the finale.
As if we would leave and let you get away with this monstrosity. This has gone too far.
So, you're saying you care for humans you don't even know?
Yes. As much as I care about maintaining balance, I care for the lives of humans.
Azazel seems a bit taken aback.
Is that so?
I glance over to Michael, but he either doesn't notice or isn't fazed by Azazel's tone.
If you do not believe me, that is fine. But understand this, demon. I will not even need my full power to deal with the likes of you.
A bright light surrounds Michael, briefly intense. Okay. Fades a grasp in shock when I feel the gentle flutter of his radiant wings. He's returned to his archangel form.
That ain't good. Boo! Hi!
Azazel swears under his breath in seeing Michael in this state, and I watch as his own in black wings sprout forth. Ink black, gosh.
That's supposed to scare me, Goldilocks.
It is your final warning, Azazel. Either you stand down and accept your punishment with grace, or I will strike you down myself.
Promises, Michael. I've always been a bit of a brat anyways.
He won't back down. Is Michael really going to fight him at partial strength? Michael then turns to me, throwing his sword in my direction to catch it, though I stumble back slightly.
You know what to do.
Yeah, we do.
I nod and dart away.
Purify it with a sword.
Michael will be alright. I trust him.
You're really just gonna throw your sword away like that?
I would like to think that I can, at the least, hold you back without relying on a sword.
Really now? Well then, try your worst.
I hear the flapping of wings and sharp footsteps behind me as I make my way to the cocoon. Thankfully, Michael is diverting Azazel's attention, so I reach the cocoon safely. Now that I'm close, I can see visible miasma washing over the cocoon in a haze of demonic smoke. I have to take a deep breath to calm myself down.
Michael's waiting. Screw
Yeah.
Azazel.
I have to get this done. I can't let Michael's fight be in vain. Once again, I grip his sword tightly. We'll get through this together. We'll go back home together. As I exhale, I raise the sword. I slice downward by a surge of butterflies suddenly swarm me, forcing me to recoil backwards. One swarm is easy enough. I can slice through them without problem. But then soon later, hundreds of butterflies start to gather. What the? Since when were there so many? I move away, but the butterflies persistently follow me. More and more gather, and I'm surrounded by red, trapped within a wall of creatures. No, I have to get to the cocoon. I raise Michael's sword again, but my hands shake, my legs begin to tremble, and my heart rate picks up in a panic. What's happening? I fall to one knee, using the sword to support myself from completely falling as I pant for breath. My heavenly grace! I am falling. These butterflies are trying to corrupt me. They're sucking away the Lord's light. No, I won't fall here. Whatever it takes, I'll destroy the cocoon. What that will mean for me and Michael, what that will mean for me, for the world, it's too much to bear. Fueled by anger and determination, I force myself back up. I swing Michael's sword like my life depends on it. It takes on a will of its own, setting alight as it carves through the butterflies. I smile. It's like Michael is lending me his strength, and now's my chance. I throw myself through the opening and race towards the cocoon. I can hear the swarm screeching behind me, flapping their wings desperately to stop me, but I am faster. The cocoon is in front of me, defenseless. Aha! I slice through it with Michael's flaming sword. The cocoon falls apart, leaving only a small note of darkness reminiscent of a portal. Weird. Is that a gateway to hell? Maybe that explains why I felt so thoroughly unsettled upon seeing it. With its host destroyed, the darkness doesn't last. It fades away in silence along with the last butterflies. I stay where I am, trying to steady my breath. Wow. For a second, the only things I can hear are heartbeat and my struggle for breath. I can't believe I've done it. That I've destroyed a portal to hell. I'm about to throw my hands up to celebrate like I've seen on TV when Michael's face flashes across my mind. I should get back to Michael. He doesn't need to face Azil alone any longer. When I come back, they're still in the heat of their fight.
Oh, I love that.
How long has it been now? Are neither of them exhausted? Enough. I scream desperately. As Azil and Michael finally notice me, Michael takes his moment to finally knock Azil to the ground and pin him down. The battle is over. As Azil looks up at Michael with a furious glare, the first time I've seen an emotion other than cockiness or temptation in his face.
Are you finally done with this, Azazel? Or would you still like to continue?
Michael's voice remains very neutral. There is no trace of mocking in it.
Over my dead body.
Once Azil says that, I can't help but feel a pain in my heart. I slowly approach the two. I purified the cocoon. My voice comes out more flat than I intended. Ace turns to me. I don't think there's much you can do at this point. As Azil remains completely silent. You're not going to say anything?
Do you want me to say something?
His voice is soft, laced with a wry hint. If you ask me, I find it a bit surprising. I thought he would be really angry, but maybe he's exhausted himself fighting Michael.
Spare me the pity, princess. I really don't want or need it.
What? It really wasn't my intention to pity you. Azazel chuckles, shrugging.
Sure.
He really doesn't believe me. If you want to stay silent, then that's fine. I hand Michael his sword back. Sorry for taking a long time, Michael.
No, it's all right.
Michael flashes me a brief smile as he takes back his sword and approaches Azazel, his expression more or less unreadable.
You know very clearly what you did, Azazel. This is your punishment. You will be sent back to Dewdale immediately, permanently.
With those words, Michael rearranges his grip on his sword and it slowly starts to glow. I want to avert my eyes because I don't want to see how Azazel looks right now. But I keep watching, almost painfully aware that I'm a big part of the reason he's like this. Just when Michael is about to send Azazel, a voice rings out.
Michael, hold it!
Both of us turn around in surprise. Keldrin? What are you doing here? Michael seems to be surprised as surprised to see Keldrin here as I am. Once he recovers his composure, he sighs.
Are you trying to stop me, Keldrin? As a matter of fact, I am.
A short while passes while the two glare at each other until Michael finally lowers his sword.
Were you aware of what Azazel was doing? If we did not stop him, many lives would have been lost. Many thanks for stating the obvious. Of course I don't intend to let him go scot-free after what happened. Well, I am glad we are on the same page in that regard.
Michael raises his sword once again, but he's stopped by Keldrin.
Listen to me, Michael. You don't have to send Azazel back to the accursed desert. Yes, it's dangerous. But there's an alternative. Entrust him to me, and I will keep watch over him. I am sorry, nephew, but Azazel is too dangerous to be allowed to roam free. He would not be free, as you put it. I still want a God's horse. You can trust me to keep him in line.
For a moment, I see Michael's expression change, like he's seriously considering this. But then it returns with vengeance to its resolute state, and I feel my stomach drop.
No.
My decision is final. Azazel is to return from whence he came.
I could feel the heartbreak coming from Keldrin like a knife in my chest, but Michael is right. What a Snow Azazel has done is far too dangerous to be swept under the rug and left alone, even if he is under Keldrin's care. Ace snorts in derision, casting a dirty glance towards myself and Michael.
You really are a perfect little angel, aren't you, Kitty? Congrats. Heaven will be real proud.
I didn't do this just for heaven's sake. The whole world was at stake.
I wish there was. Spare me the pretty princess. Just let your boyfriend take care of things like he always does. Silence. You will taint this planet and its people no more. You will now be returned to your prison, and you shall remain there forever. No, wait!
Michael raises his hand, and a light appears so bright I have to avert my eyes. The chains around Ace close, causing him severe pain.
Ah!
There's a sudden flash, and when the light fades, Ace is gone. There's only a faint trace of ash where he was before. Keldrin's expression is unreadable.
Well, that's that then. Indeed. Our work here is done.
The two of them stare each other down for a moment before Keldrin turns to leave.
So it's back to heaven for you two then. I do hope you're satisfied, Uncle. Though perhaps it would be best that you not show your face here again for some time.
Accompanying his harsh words, Keldrin's expression seemed sad and hurt, angry too. I don't think I've ever seen him so lonely and enraged. I wonder, could he and Ace have been... Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I take a step towards him.
Ariel?
That's all right, Michael. Keldrin turns and holds his hand up, silencing me.
I hold no hatred toward you, Kitty. You only did what you thought was right. For now, I wish you good luck, Fraulein. Goodbye.
Michael's expression softens, and I see him open his mouth as if to offer comfort to Keldrin, but after a moment he decides not to. I suspect he realizes the pain those actions have caused Keldrin, but knows that since he felt no choice but to enact heaven's will, his kind words would not meet a welcome reception. Michael and I watch as Keldrin leaves a silence falling over the area like a thick blanket. Only moments ago, the fate of the world hung in the balance, and now it's over. It's all over. I notice Michael's sword in the ground, and wordlessly I go to retrieve it and hand it back to him.
Are you well, Ariel?
Yes and no. What do we do now, Michael? He smiles softly and tucks a stray lock of hair behind my ear.
Our work here is done, so we must return to heaven, report the success of our mission. There is, unfortunately, still a fair bit of paperwork to be done on this whole affair.
Of course, he's thinking of paperwork. Our investigation is finally over, and there's no longer any reason for us to stay here. It hits me now that we're going to be leaving Earth. I've gotten so used to being here on Earth and just being together with Michael as equals. When we go back to heaven, will we lose that? Living around humans has changed what I think and feel, and the idea of going back to being old friends while respecting our strict ranks, I don't want that. Sensing my distress, Michael tilts my chin up and meets my gaze.
It will be all right, Ariel. Let us return, and we can figure this out. Together.
Together. I like that. I like the sound of that. Okay, let's go home, Michael. Michael's smile grows as he gives my hand a gentle squeeze, holding me close. His magnificent wings curl around us protectively. I miss being wrapped in his wings. He holds me so close, tucking me under his chin as if he's afraid something will take me away, but that's not going to happen. Not if I have anything to say about it. In a flash of warm light, we return to heaven. It has been some time since Michael and I returned to heaven after completing our mission. Seeing all of my old friends, fellow angels, has made me incredibly happy. We even received a small hero's welcome. Of course, soon it was back to the usual. I found myself thinking about our time on Earth often, but Ace, Keldrin, and Michael. He's been swept back full force into his duties as General and Archangel, so I've barely seen him since our return to heaven, but today he's asked me to meet in private, and I'm a little nervous about seeing him. Strange that he asked me to meet him outside the office. This must be something really important. Or, oh, don't be silly, Ariel. He just probably wants to catch up. As I approach the meeting place, I spot Michael sitting on a rock overlooking a vast expanse of clouds. He turns as I get nearer and smiles at me.
Ariel, thank you for coming to see me.
You're not going to send me on another mission to chase butterflies again, are you?
Sit with me.
Oh, okay.
He moved to make room on the rock, and I attentively sit down next to him. Looking out towards the horizon, the sun starts to set, and I am awed by the sheer beauty of our home. I turn to speak to Michael, but notice his expression has grown somber.
I have just received word that Keldrin has been spotted near Dudai.
Dudale? But Isn't that Azazel's prison? If Keldrin was spotted there, that would mean he's fallen, isn't he? Michael's silence speaks volumes. I reach up and gently touch his shoulder, offering my reassurance. This must be unbelievably difficult for Michael to deal with, and my heart aches for him. I'll keep Keldrin in my prayers tonight. It truly is the best sentiment I can offer. Michael reaches up and grabs my hand, seeking more comfort.
It is an unfortunate occurrence, yes, but we will endure as we have done.
I know Michael is masking his pain. There's no way he really feels so emotionless about his worst nightmare coming true. His strength allows him to speak without wavering, and despite the lack of pain in his voice, I can see the glassiness of his eyes and his free hand clenching. More than anything, I know him. I know he is hiding the storm inside. Ever the soldier, he doesn't want to address it right now, and I'm not sure it's the right time either. I believe given a little more time, he will once more open up and about how he's truly feeling. Michael resolves to change the mood and topic of conversation.
And, Ariel, there is no one I would rather face the future with than you.
Oh, that's good. Oh, yes, get closer.
To my surprise, he pushes a piece of my hair back before leaning down to place a kiss on my forehead, much like how he did on Earth. You mean you wish to with me?
Yes! Do it with me!
Yes, from now until the end, if that is what you want as well.
Oh, Michael, of course. Of course I want that, silly.
Hi, yeah!
I'm incredibly happy, Ariel. I promise you, no matter what happens, I will always be there for you.
I know you will, and I promise I'll be there for you as well, Michael. You're too important to me to lose.
Yep, we're gonna make beautiful angel
His
babies.
smile grows, and soon I am wrapped in his golden wings as we both turn to watch the sunset. The future holds so many possibilities ahead of us. It sounds like a storm whenever his wings move.
Yep.
Before, I wasn't sure if we'd be able to stand the test of time, but sitting here with him in the light of heaven, I know now that we'll always be together.
The end. You know, I'm not really satisfied with that. I was expecting more.
Like, how so?
Like, because everything went back to normal. So what, we're just gonna meet up once every blue moon and let him kiss our forehead? Like, come on!
Oh, you wanted them to, like, seal the deal.
Well, yeah, get married or whatever it is that Asians do. Show her with a pregnant belly or something. I don't know. Something that shows that they actually did something and aren't just like, you know,
Sometime
making out with each other's foreheads. That's it. That's all.
We suspected Keldrin and him to be a thing.
Yeah,
but
I mean, they were close together.
But it's silly that he's like, oh, under my care, he won't do anything like that. Well, obviously he will, because he has.
Did. Yeah, exactly. So that's that. That is that.
I wonder if we end up falling if we go with Ace.
I wonder. We'll have to check it out. We'll do a special episode where we show you the other ends. And we'll just kind of go from there. So this here is TT.
And this is Qwim.
And thank you for joining us on Deliver Us from Evil, the good ending, I guess. And we'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye. Like, comment, and subscribe.